Well, Elton, thank you for the $20 donation, and thank you for coming early to this live stream a little bit as we're watching the SeaWolves and the Akron Rubber Ducks playing, and the Cleveland. By the way, Cleveland has another team in High A, Lake County, also in the playoffs too. So playoff fever all around the Cleveland system right now. It is 1-0 on a Gage Workman home run as the Seawolves look to defend their Eastern League title. This is the third consecutive year they have made the playoffs, and so Gabe Alvarez continues to do good work down there. And I am Rogelio. Chris Brown should be along with me shortly. Also, if we're tuning in to Lakeland right now as well, there is no TV for Lakeland, unfortunately, and that is 2-0 in the top of the second inning right now. The scoring has looked like this for Lakeland. It was another Jose Briseño triple after Nomar Fonda walked, and then let's see here, what was the other run scored? Let's see here. Oops. And it was a Garrett Pennington single that scored Briseño on that. So yeah, Gage Workman has been putting up Eastern League MVP like numbers. So it'll be interesting to see how that will work out for him. Again, he's a guy who can play third or play shortstop, and his future in the system is still very bright. And he's a guy who, admittedly, sometimes we've kind of, I don't want to say gave up on him per se, but he has struggled, and the stats have proven that otherwise. But this time around, he has been much more consistent. And I think also just batting for one side of the plate has definitely helped. So, but yeah, this is right now. Yeah, it's Erie 1-0 here as the Akron Rubber Ducks just had a walk here. Game 2 is Thursday, and if necessary, Game 3 will be Friday in Erie. So Erie has a home season, home playoffs for that. So, all right. But yeah, so any rate, big pitch here for Austin Bergner. Carlos Pena will be going on Game 2, and if Game 3 does happen, it will be Gary Burhand will be the scheduled pitcher for Game 3. Right now, that was a nice pitch there. Good strikeout there by Bergner. It'd be nice if I knew who that was. Watson there. So, but yeah, there's a lot of exciting things going on. The Tigers, of course, Khalil Watson, who they picked up in the trade. The Tigers were playing tonight at 7:40, and that'll be Casey Mize will take the hill as they look to win another series. They won in a thrilling fashion last night. We were watching the game live. I lost a little bit, swore a little bit, but it was all good fun, and it was just it was a very exciting game to watch between myself, Brandon, and Chris. And as the Tigers were able to pull that off, and so playoff baseball. The Tigers are 1.5 back, and of course 2 because of the extra game for the Twins. So that's going to be you're going to be scoreboard watching in Cleveland tonight. And let's see here. Seeing where Chris is at the moment. Yeah, but playoff baseball. I mean, big home run by Cole Keith. You had the Perez, Wenzel Perez double, and then he ended up going the third on a wild pitch, and he would later score. And so then Matt Verlin came through with a clutch single, driving the winning run, and the bullpen did its magic. Bull Brisky got up to 100 miles an hour yesterday. That was cool to see. It's a 2-1 count here as this is going to be I think this is going to be the toughest game for the series for Erie. Akron plays really well at home, so it's a cool stadium. If you're not gone to Canal Park, I highly suggest checking that park out. It's a pretty cool place to see a game. It's kind of like a middle of downtown, similar like if you've ever been to the stadium in Lansing, or I think I would compare it to also Fort Wayne. Apparently, is kind of similar as well. And so going for Lakeland, by the way, is Rainer Castillo, who came up big in the series against Clearwater and has had a good season all around. So he's be heading to the Arizona Fall League this year. And another pitching prospect who I think that has a big future for the Tigers. And Toledo also is playing right now. They're playing at home against Columbus, and that game is tied at 1-1 right now. So Jackson Jobe will be starting on Friday, and Chris will be going out to that game. And if game 3 is necessary, I'll be staying out there for another day in Erie on Friday. So it's a 2-2 count here. Runner on first. And I'm not sure why it's not called strike. But if you want to listen to the game is you listen to the Erie stream on. If you go to erieseawolves.com, you can listen to Greg. Yeah, how's that? Maybe a little bit inside. I don't know. That seemed like that was kind of a squeeze call. Yeah. And MLB Network getting some love for the Tigers too. Absolutely. There's been a lot of love Tigers there. And it was funny, Chris, they were just asking about, are we adding to the drinking game where Chris says, I don't know?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess I suppose I should be more decisive about things if I'm going to pretend to be any kind of analyst. But, when we sit here and try to talk about players, it's always a lot grayer than black and white. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Well, especially when it comes to AAA too. I mean, look at Toledo. Toledo's been such a weird thing this year.
Yeah, it's really hard to figure what's going on with the AAA numbers and the pitching specifically. But so we got SeaWolves up 1-0 early on a Gage Workman homer, and then Lakeland's up 2-0, right?
Yep. And, so Jose Porceño with another triple. I think it's his third triple of the series or of the postseason, or second
triple. He and Penny both have a pair of triples now. That looked like a strike to me.
Wow, that's another. This ump has been terrible, by the way. There was a call inside earlier that he missed too.
Yeah, great. That's what they need. But yeah, and unfortunately, there's no that I don't know comes with that head shake. I die laughing. I don't. Well, see, now I have to these things that I do without even realizing it. And I'm going to have to be all self-conscious. But yeah, and no stream for the Palm Beach game, of course.
Ian Petrol hit Petrud,
yeah,
hit a solo home run. So Palm Beach is now down 2-1 in the bottom of the second here. So
that's usually about all you're going to get against Rainer Castillo. It is interesting that they're pitching him again. But it's weird, we get StatCast for that game, but no broadcast. So,
yeah.
Ian Petritz. So.
Yeah, but going up against a young 21-year-old by the name of Jose Davila, who had a pretty good year for Palm Beach, 6-5 with an ERA 3.54, 113 strikeouts and 109 innings pitched.
Nice. Man, I know that who's it? David Rosenberg is actually down there at the game.
Yes, he is.
Retweeted him, so at least we'll get some video that someone from the Tigers verse is there. So that's nice, but. Yeah, a bummer that we could get another second championship in the series or the system this year without actual game video, but that's the way it goes. Yeah. But this Erie, nice start so far.
Yeah, it's good. It's again with like the biggest thing for Erie right now is that if they can get game 1 out of the way and get that big road win, I think it'll make things easier coming back on game 2. And Pena has pitched pretty well this year.
Yeah, I mean that is one of the interesting quirks about minor league playoff series, right? Is just that the road team gets the first game, like the 3-game series, the away team gets the first game because that at least guarantees them one game, and it reduces the you don't have to travel back and forth twice. So it is a strange little quirk, but. Yeah, so anytime you can get that first game in any series, especially a 3-game series, it's huge. So
Elton's question, he had a question about second baseman, which one will be traded because they have way too many. Honestly, I'm gonna defer as far as like the I don't know part of it. I think that if it depends on what they're really going to do with Haili, for example, is Haili going to be at second or is he going to be at third? But I think Haili is going to be somebody that stays. But honestly, I think if it was somebody maybe on the lower levels, perhaps maybe some like a Peyton Graham. I mean, he's going out to Arizona Fall League. I mean, he gets more at bats.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I struggle to find a world where Max Anderson fits into the puzzle down the road. If he's because he's really kind of limited to. I suppose he could play first base, but he's going to have to start hitting for more in-game power. And to a certain extent, that's the sort of the way you feel about Colt Keith.
Yeah.
I mean, he hit his 13th home run last, and it is his rookie year. And I was putting together the stats yesterday in the Discord. Colt Keith's numbers are awfully similar.
Ooh,
that
looks
looks
like
like it hurts.
down. Yeah.
Keith's rookie year numbers at the age of 22 are very similar to Bobby Witt's rookie year numbers, although Witt hit more home runs. But it's just a reminder that sometimes it takes a guys a few years to figure things out. That looks like a really bad.
Yeah, it took it.
Oh, off the thigh or kneecap.
Yeah, it was like a kneecap, top of the kneecap there.
So yeah, that can't feel good.
Yeah. Austin Peterson's been having that curveball, like just diving in there on the inside part of the plate.
Austin
Peterson. Oh man, that looked like it hurt.
Yeah, but yeah, like I feel like Hao-Yu Lee is athletic enough, and I still think he can play third base, even though they haven't played him there a ton, and maybe even in the outfield down the road, right? And Keith could theoretically move to first. I feel like McGonigal isn't going anywhere, and that he will eventually settle in as their second baseman down the road. But yeah, I mean, those are good problems to have, right? If you end up with like 5 second basemen who can hit, you'll figure out a place to play them, and you'll have a bunch of guys who can hit. So just let that problem come to you when it does. But for right now, I'm not too concerned. We've already seen Jace Young move to third base, where he doesn't look terribly good, although he's been more steady than I expected since he got to the big leagues. He's still grading out poorly, but he's not doing anything with the bat, and I think that's ultimately going to be the determinant, right? Which of these guys hits, then they'll find a defensive spot for him. Yeah,
and that's where, I mean, you look at the struggles with a rookie kind of like him and Peter. I mean, even with Sweeney's a little bit to a certain extent. There's been times where they're going to look overwhelmed at first, but Sweeney looks a lot more comfortable at the plate than, per se, Young, where you can just throw center cut right now and get him.
Yeah, and what's interesting is there was, from the very first time we saw Young way back in the day, it was like, he looks kind of overmatched by any kind of velocity, and he just didn't look like a great hitter. Even going back to then, we talked about it a bunch about how he would kind of hit lazy fly balls to left field. He was just late on everything. And then over the course of last year, 2023, he kind of figured it out. And by the end of the year, he was turning on 98, 99. It's like, oh, okay, he can do it. But then this year struggles against velocity again, and he doesn't appear to have hit anything very hard at all at the big league level. So you do worry about that a little bit, but you hope that he can figure it out, because he has in the past. But I mean, we're talking about the best of the best now. So we need to see some progress from him down the stretch here, or it wouldn't shock me at all if he starts the year in Toledo.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all. By the way, there is no feed for Lakeland, unfortunately. So there is Roger Dean Stadium does not have a feed, which kind of blows my mind. And I think they're probably one of the last teams in the FSL that does not have a feed. Or do they have a feed, Chris?
There's not a video feed that I'm aware of, unless maybe somebody on YouTube is streaming it. But yeah, I don't see MILB TV as an option. They do have.
In terms of like in the past too, right? Have they?
I don't think so. I mean, up until recently, it was just Bradenton and then just Bradenton and St. Lucie that had broadcasts in the Florida State League, and only this year is where a bunch of other teams do too. Which has been really nice to see, right? We got to see a lot of Max Clark and McGonigal and Briseño and Castillo and Reyes and all these guys that ordinarily we wouldn't have been able to see. So that was nice, but there's still a handful of teams down there. Like, I don't think Baltimore's low A team has a video feed, because every time the Tigers go to play the Baltimore in spring training, it's not shown. You get like 2 clips from deep in the outfield.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
John, I agree with you, John. You don't need too much. Brady Allen just strikes out there. He was batting ninth in the Erie order, and there's 2 outs here in the top of the third. As you're going,
John Gazdar grounds into a double play, classic Rainer Castillo.
Oh yeah,
So 2 on and nobody out, and he gets the ground ball double play.
That's again just that sink when you can throw that sinker like that. By the way, that is an awesome name, John
Gazdar.
Gazdar, yeah.
John. Hey, it's me, John.
So the batter is Austin Murr, or is it Austin Murr?
Shoot, they've now in play runs, so it's going to be either tied or.
Oh boy,
it's tied now. Singles on the ground ball.
Lizardo Espinoza, the RBI single.
Oh man, I wonder how many pitches did Castillo throw in that first? I wonder if they still have the. I'm looking at it now because he's at 37 pitches right now. So 4.
He's got 3 walks. It's unusual for him.
4, 6. 14. So he threw 18 in the first. So he's at 20 here in the second. So even if they do keep him with the 30 pitch limit, he has a chance to get out of this. But sorry, Austin Murr flew out.
Yeah, flew out there. I'm gonna go let the dog out or in. I'll be right back.
Sorry, I've been going through here trying to get 77504. I'm trying to get the StatCast feed.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Get that going, and then we can split that going. Sharon, I'll be right back.
77547. Wait, 775-402. All right, 775-402. Just talking to you guys here. All right, so now we have the StatCast feed going for the Lakeland game at least. But yeah, brand new ball game down there in Palm Beach. It's saw that yesterday. That or 2 days ago that this Cardinals team does not go away quickly. So, and I'm trying to catch up here to see who's going here and the Rubber Ducks. So, but yeah, it'll be another fun game. I agree with you. Don't really want to see Casey Mize throwing any sliders tonight, Elton. I don't know. It's one of those things when you're a pitcher and you've got the pitches, you kind of have to use them. But I don't know. Yeah, it seems like when he throws them, they just kind of end up right over the heart of the plate. And you can usually count on. Now, last outing, he had probably the best splitter we've seen, at least since he's come back from injury. But you can usually count on 1 or 2 splitters per start to hang up in the zone. And when that happens, it's basically the worst pitch in in baseball. I always talk about that. Like, it just becomes a BP fastball. And yeah, but when does that Tigers game start? I would assume it's another hour or so. I'm looking it up right now. 7:40 Eastern time. So about 22 minutes. But I apologize for being a little bit late today. I was at my son's soccer practice, which was a debacle. I'm sure everybody wants to hear about that. It was one of those things where it was picture day and one kid didn't show up, and we waited for like half an hour for him to arrive, and it didn't work. So you look at it's interesting. Austin Bergner's windup is vaguely reminiscent of Ty Madden, where brings his hands above his head and behind his neck, and then gets going. But Bergner is a very deliberate worker. That's something that they talked about before. Is he uses every bit of the pitch clock. He alters his time. He throws out many baseballs during an outing. But whatever works to keep the offense off guard, right? And you see a little bit of that from Pena as well. They do a lot of messing with the opponent hitters.
Especially Bergner, because he doesn't throw high velocity, so he's got to kind of throw whatever he can.
Yeah, and he's an interesting case because he was a highly ranked prep kid way back in the day. Teenager, high schooler, and ended up going to North Carolina, I believe, right?
Yeah,
and then,
North Carolina. Yep.
And I want to say like 3 years ago or whatever, he was more like 92, 94, and then the velocity just went away. He's like 89, 91 now, and so he relies a lot on deception and spin. He's got there's a nice piece of hit in there.
Is it fair or that?
Oh, it's foul. Good. Okay. They don't say nice piece of anything else other than hitting, right? Well,
Yeah.
they do say it about something else, but in baseball, I mean, like that was a nice piece of pitching. You don't really say that.
Yeah, for whatever reason. That was a Dayon Frias.
Dion Frias, actually, I think
he's Colombian, by the way, which is really cool to see because there's not a lot of Colombian players, or they're starting to become more Colombian players now in the league.
No. Well, I mean, the one thing we know about the Guardians organization is they really do a great job on the international market, and they really know the kind of players that they like. They're just, we talked about it before, just a never-ending parade of these kind of switch-hitting middle infielders. The latest one is this Angel Janao kid, who's awesome. He got promoted from low A to high A this year. He looks a lot like Juan Soto in the box, like just super good plate discipline. And I don't think he has nearly that power, but he's also an infielder. So,
that's
nice pitch there.
Yeah,
got to come inside. You got to come inside. And nice strikeout there for Austin Bergner.
Yeah,
how's he doing so far? 5 strikeouts so far. Woo.
Yeah, he's carving them up. And this is a kind of like a I don't want to say ringer per se, because he's been through. I mean, he's been with Erie on and off all season long, but it does help to have a veteran like this in rotation.
No, absolutely. I mean, he's a member of the He's a member of the 2019 draft class, I believe. So, like the same draft class as Riley Green and Kerry Carpenter, and Bo Brisky and all those guys, and he's hanging out in Double-A. I'm sure he'd prefer to be in Triple-A. He's been up and down a few times, but yeah, it's certainly a helpful arm to have in the system.
There's a little slight hesitation there.
And we've seen it, that it's hard to know now. And this is if and when we talk to Ryan Garco, like I said, this is going to be something I really want to find out from him is how do you know when a guy in AAA is ready now? Because we've seen a bunch of guys who have basically figured out AA, then they get to AAA and it just kind of falls apart on them. And we've talked, it happened to Bergner, but also, Ty Madden, Wilmer Flores, Brent Herter was putting up rough stats there. We've seen it with Andrew Magno, right? Like Andrew Magno has been outstanding in AA, and then every time he gets up to AAA, the hitters tee off on him, and I don't know if it's real or what. So it could just be that the hitters are that much more advanced. I don't know.
Well, I will say this: the one thing that has been the pitch in terms of even like pitching that we've seen suddenly out of nowhere, like you see Madden's pitch design with the split finger just become much more deadlier of a weapon. Mm-hmm. And well, come on, how's that not a strike? Oh, come on, that was a strike, wasn't it? Am I imagining that, or
it's tough to tell from this angle sometimes, but it sure looked like it caught plenty of the zone. I don't know. I think one of the things that I see a lot from these minor league umps is they seem to struggle with the low ball and the high ball, right? Like East-West isn't as hard for them to get right. They still miss some of those too. But yeah, it seems like a lot of times the balls that are too low or too high get called strikes or not called strikes. And it's, I don't know. Having never umpired, I can't really speak to it, but I imagine that would be kind of difficult. It's one thing, like you're looking down, you can kind of like, okay, my shoulders, that's going to be the width of the zone. If it's in between my shoulders, it's a strike. But yeah, up, down, a little bit harder.
By the way, and the other side of the bracket is between Hartford, which is the Rockies affiliate, and Somerset, the Yankees affiliate, who also made the playoffs for a second consecutive year, I believe. Yep.
Somerset?
Or no. Was that the year before?
Well, they were definitely there 2 years ago. They may have been there last year. I don't remember.
No. I'm sorry. It was Richmond and Binghamton. That's what it was. Somerset was the year before. That's why I got my years. Yeah. That was when Dominguez was on that team. But right now it's 1-1, and they're playing in Somerset right now, the bottom of the third.
So Elton is asking when the other night during the stream, I think when you were out on the West Coast, you were eating dinner. What'd you eat?
Oh, I had that's a good question. So I had chicken. What's it? It's Japanese. I had a Japanese dish. I had chicken, basically lo mein. Chicken lo mein.
Chicken lo mein.
Yeah, it was really, really, really good though.
You know what I haven't had since I was about 8? Chicken cacciatore.
I never had chicken. I've never had chicken cacciatore.
I think, yeah, I don't even know what it is. I just remember I was young enough to like, hey, that's a funny name, and we ate it occasionally, and I couldn't tell you what it is. Is that strikeout number 6 for?
I don't know. I think yeah, there it is. It's a 2-1 pitch. That was
so 2-2.
Yeah. No, that stuff was really good. I also had dumplings with him too. So there was a lot of really good Japanese and Chinese restaurants in the Salem, Portland area. So that was, I will say this, Salem has a lot of, in terms of, so they had In-N-Out or In-N-Out, and they also had what's that? Jack in the Box, which is not popular out here, or not even out here. I think there was Jack in the Box at one point out here, apparently, but Jack in the Box is really good, but In-N-Out is really good.
I think the only thing I remember about Jack in the Box is there was like a huge outbreak of E. coli or something like that in the late 90s.
Yeah, that's
maybe early 2000s. A bunch of people got sick, but
yeah, there's some cases in Northwest of people dying up there. So,
all right.
But we'll see here.
Palm Beach with a leadoff single on the 3rd.
Yeah, boy.
Good time for Castillo to roll up another double play if he can. But
it's 2-2 there. The other part. Oh, go ahead, Chris.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the big strike out there. Nice strike out there. The other, in terms of other, if you're curious about other leagues or playoffs, what have you, the Tennessee Smokies and the Barons, which I believe is the Southern League. I think
it's Birmingham, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Birmingham. Sorry, Birmingham.
Alabama.
Alabama. And then the Frisco, which is Texas, which was Texas, and then Midland, which is Oakland's affiliate, are playing, and then the Rockhounds, then the Springfield Cardinals and Arkansas, which I believe is the Kansas City Northwest, or
there's Arkansas and then the Northwest Arkansas, and I'm not sure which one is which.
Yeah.
And the Mud Hens are playing. We didn't. Ty Madden is pitching for them tonight.
Also, Montgomery, the Biscuits, and the Shuckers, the
Biloxi
Shuckers. Yep. And I don't remember what affiliate the Shuckers are. I want to say Milwaukee, without looking it up.
Vaguely correct.
Am I correct? Yes, I am. It is okay. It is a double A. Okay, so that's the Southern League AA affiliate of the Brewers. So
there's a good question from Elton that I haven't really considered. You guys still allowed to say who you think is the Tigers minor league pitcher and position player of the year? That is interesting. I
haven't given much. I'll be honest with you. I haven't really given much thought. I mean, like,
neither have I.
Pitcher, I thought was gonna. Like I mean, the conclusion should be Jackson Jobe, but positional player wise, that's gonna be a tough call because, you look at Gage Workman's numbers and everything, but how do we, Chris, this is gonna be a tough call. If you really think about it from a positional standpoint, do we look at stats? How do we look at this? You know what I mean? Like,
I think, yeah, I mean, I think when they do that sort of thing, I think they tend to, they look at stats, but I think they also look at kind of prospect status.
Yeah.
And so my guess, another nasty pitch there from, I think you could make the case for Workman. You could make the case for Hao Yu Lee, even though he got hurt. But my guess is that it will be Max Clark. If we're just talking about like who the organization votes their minor league position player of the year, because he ended up, made it to high A at 19, 129 WRC plus, hit 279, played good defense in center field, played a whole year. I think that it would be him. You could make, like I said, you can make the argument for Workman. Workman hit 280 with more power at a higher level, but he's also 24 and he's kind of on the fringes of the prospects out there. So, and for the pitcher, I think you're probably right that you would go again, but let's see who led.
I mean, I don't think. You know what though? You could make a case. I think you could make a case. I mean, if you're looking at like, as far as like, we might maybe do reliever of the year. Maybe we might split the category.
You know what? It'll probably be Jaden Ham.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know why I didn't think of that. We just talked to him.
Yeah.
But it's, he finished he threw. I'm sure they'd like, I guess, Job only threw 13 fewer innings than Ham, but Ham more strikeouts, fewer walks.
And he also, if you think about it from a growth standpoint, as Elton discussed,
Mhm.
he has grown quite a bit. I mean, he had a top 100 status.
Yeah. His ERA is a little bit higher than Job's, so maybe that'll affect how they do it. I don't know.
Maybe they'll look at FIP.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to look at FIP. I mean, that's the thing. Is like Ham's FIP is lower, but I'm like, I don't think.
You know what though? I know this sounds unconventional, Chris, but a guy that you consider maybe Garrett Burhan too. I mean, I know that's like sounds a little far fetched, but if you think about it in terms of his growth, in terms of where he was last year compared to this year, his K per nine has jumped quite a bit. He
led the Oregon innings pitched this year.
Yeah.
Strikeout per 9 or strikeout per inning.
There's another hit by Workman there.
Nice. What happened? What's synchronized pager explosions? What?
Huh?
What's going on? I don't know. My friend John just sent me a text that I don't understand.
Oh, okay. No, and Hyu Lee, Elton, you make a good. I mean, Hyu Lee got banged up a little bit, and if it wasn't for injury, you kind of wonder how he'd finish the season. And yeah, how's this guy not getting a pitching call for that? I was gonna say that seemed like he held it for quite a long time there. Myers is at the plate right now. He is 0 for 1. But no, Hyu Lee definitely should be a consideration for that. I mean, he was an MVP like candidate too. You could make a case for McGonigal too. McGonigal's numbers was first half of the season, Chris.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the only reason that I wouldn't with them is that they just didn't play as much. But yeah, like you can. So if Hyu Lee actually finished as qualified for the batting title.
He got doubled off. Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, boy. So yeah, Hyu Lee finished with a 141 WRC plus, hit 298 with how many home runs did he end up with? 12 home runs, 16 steals. It was a really good all-around season. It's just one of those things where it's like maybe a few more ABs.
You wonder if he could have had a 2020. I think he could have had a 2020 season.
Yeah, and we do know that a certain member of the Tigers organization believes that Hyu Lee should be a top 100 prospect.
Yes.
So if they make that decision, then maybe
rhymes with Maris.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. So batter at the plate right now is John Hicks.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, man, Liam Hicks.
Sorry. I was thinking of former Tiger John Hicks.
Yeah, so McGonigal finished the year 328 plate appearances, a 309 batting average, 14% walk rate, 8.5% strikeout rate, 144 WRC plus.
Adam, this better be Gage Workman's last year in Erie. It better be.
Yeah, I don't. Meanwhile, by the way, Castillo got out of it in the third, got a strikeout.
Nice.
In the third. Yeah, like I just don't know how much more. Like if Workman goes back to Erie next year, then it's obvious that the organization doesn't think he has any kind of professional future. Not to be like mean and blunt about it, right? But like if they don't think that he has deserved a shot at AAA at least, then it's kind of a Navigado situation, right? Who, by the way, has an RBI double tonight, I believe.
Nice. It's still 1-1, I believe.
Yep, still 1-1. Let's see. Kreidler 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Badu 0 for 1. Navigado 1 for 1 with a double. Badu did steal a base. So did Bly Madris. And Manning is out. Manning done 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, 63 pitches. It'll be interesting to see if they consider bringing him up at the end of the year.
Who, Navigado or?
No, Manning. Matt Manning.
Oh, Manning. Oh, yeah, Manning. Yeah, for an extra arm. I mean, could they call up right now if they wanted to, or is it because it's September, or they just need an injury?
I don't know. Was he on the 60-day?
I want to say he was.
I can look. Matt Manning is no. just says no, he's not, because he was in the minors when he got hurt. So they don't like to put guys on the 60-day when they when players get hurt in the minors. They don't like to put them on the 60-day IL because then it gives them more major league service time, which is lame. But so yeah, no, he could come up whenever. I think.
Yeah,
it's true. I mean, that was the case with Ty Madden this year, right? It's easy to forget that Ty Madden started the year back in Double-A.
You know, Elton, I don't want to. You know, as much as I think Badu.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
they gave him plenty of chances. You know, we loved Badu when he came up. He was such a fun story, and such a cool, like.
Well, they're trying to smell me with this year.
I don't know. That's a little bit iffy. That's like an old SNL skit, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? This is. I mean, they're the rubber ducks, so I'm sure it's duck. But no, the thing with Badu is, and I feel for him a little bit. And he did, like I said, he got plenty of chances, but it's, a guy that barely played at all in High A.
Ooh, nice.
What happened?
Montana with a triple.
Fran Gerber. That's his second triple of the playoffs. Yeah. How hard did he hit that sucker? Let's see. No word yet. But yeah, Badu was already in arbitration, right? So he got he got a little bit of money this year, not a ton. And we like it when players get paid, but let me look. I want to say it was like $1.5 million, and that never goes down. Yeah, $1.55 million. So if they were to keep him on the 40-man roster, he's probably going to be $2.5 million, $3 million next year. And I don't think for as small change as that is, I don't think they're going to pay that for a guy that they're keeping in AAA for depth.
No.
So
they could bring somebody else cheaper. By the way, he scored on a wild pitch. So it's nice. 3-2 Lakeland in the top of the fourth inning.
We got no exit velocity on that triple. But, it's nice to see. What's up? Now you know what I got my friend. You're laughing at this comment from Elton. He says, I was hoping he would be a player. I need more brothers playing baseball, so Lee is all I got, and he ain't a real brother. Lyle. My buddy Rob, and I kind of agree with this. The Detroit needs like a black superstar player to really get Detroit. I mean, we're going to be fans no matter what, right? But it's right. As a city, it feels like it should have a black superstar in it, and I guess the closest we've gotten is Curtis Granderson, really, and then they traded him away.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, that's an issue in baseball in general, right? That there's just not enough black kids playing anymore. But go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I think this year in the draft we saw that quite a bit. We saw Culpepper taken by the Twins.
Yeah, Cam Smith.
Yeah.
Wasn't there was the most black players taken in the first round in a long, long time? Maybe,
yeah.
So hopefully that's changing, because you'd like to see representation from everybody, and we're products of the 80s, right? When there were so many awesome black superstar players coming up when we were kids, Ricky Henderson and Darryl Strawberry and Eric Davis and Andre Dawson, just all these great players, and Barry Bonds, of course. Don't want to forget him, but I didn't. So YouTube users asking us if we saw the Bless You Boys article on prospects who contribute in 2025. I did not see that article. Did you see it, Raj?
No, I haven't had a chance to watch it or read it. And by the way, we love Bless You Boys. So anything.
Yeah, I'll take a look real quick.
We'll take a look at that. Obviously, the only website we don't really read these days is Motor City Bengals, and that's for reasons that are. Well, if you look at some of the headlines in there, you read for yourself.
Oh, okay. So this is it's an article from Jay. The Tigers prospects are most likely to make their debut in 2025. I think that's the one you're talking about there.
I believe so. I'm assuming.
Yeah. So.
Well, who does he have?
Well, he's got Jackson Jobe. He's got Hao-Yu Lee.
Okay.
Wilmer Flores. Troy Melton. Gage Workman. RJ Pettit. Yosber Sanchez. Joseph Montalvo. And Eric Silva. So Montalvo and Silva are the guys that they acquired, are guys they acquired at the trade deadline this year. Silva from the Giants for Cana.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
And he's a fairly hard throwing reliever, but there's Berkner doing his thing. But unusually, like, he was a high school draft pick who moved to relief fairly quickly. You don't see that a ton, but yeah, he's got some promise as a bullpen arm for sure. And then Montalvo is the guy that they got from the Rangers for Chafin, I think it was.
Yeah, for Chafin. Yeah, I don't see him though.
It's,
I
mean,
don't.
they have to they have to
That's
add
a bit of
him
a stretch,
to.
Jay.
I think they have to add him to the 40 man.
Okay, is that if he's saying it because they have to add him the 40 man, then okay, but still, I don't
even I don't know if they
respectively disagree on that. Go ahead.
I don't know if they have to add him to the 40
Yeah.
man because I mean they just traded for him, so you wouldn't want to not add him. But we saw him a couple times after the trade, and he looked solid, but he's not the sort of guy he didn't look like a guy. Even if you're pitching him in one inning, I don't think he'd be the guy who would come up to the majors and survive as a bullpen role. So that's one where you can kind of roll the dice. I will say for Elton, I think Yasmer Sanchez is Afro-Caribbean, so he's almost a brother. But
okay, good guy. What is this devolved into? I don't know. So we can post the article in the chat if you find it in there, Chris. Please post it.
Yeah, I got right here.
Sanchez, again, no, because I just don't see that happening. Making that to make that leap from high A to major leagues. You could say that maybe 2 or 3 years ago, but I just don't see that now. Pettit, sure, yeah, Pettit, yeah, you could see. I can see RJ Pettit getting a cup of coffee. Flores,
we may see Pettit tonight.
Yeah,
he's a big young man, and he's got a pretty good arm, decent slider, pretty good changeup. No, it's not crazy that you haven't heard some of the guys in the bottom of the list. It's those two guys that were Montalvo and Silva are new, and Pettit is a guy that you don't see him ranked. And I think Fangraphs had him ranked as a prospect because they saw him out in the Arizona Fall League, and
Tiger pitcher of the month in July. I mean, he's had a very good year in a quiet year in AA for Erie. And he's been a very good relief arm for the SeaWolves. But I just, in terms of him making a major league, sure. Flores, if he can be healthy, sure. But I mean, the right shoulder inflammation, if he can stay healthy, yeah. I mean, Flores at this point, you got to see what they have with him. But again, maybe like a cup of coffee situation.
Yeah. And then, So, the rest of them, I don't know. It's a reasonable list. I will say, getting back to Frangerber Montilla, boy, he was overmatched in his first couple of weeks, and in A-ball, and it was a little disheartening. But it's nice to see him contributing here at the right time. Right, that's his 4 hits in his last 2 playoff games, a pair of triples, and a couple runs and big spots.
All right, so we're
gonna with the Gepper.
All right, so we're gonna have the other game going on too. Can I do 3 screens? Let's see here. Can I do?
Why not?
Let's see.
So, Austin Bergner, 4 innings pitched, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts, no hits. But he's at 73 pitches. So, I think they'll probably get 1 more inning out of him, unless he can get a bunch of ground balls. But
let's see here. How can I do this? Oh, you know what I can do? I just realized something. Maybe I can just do this.
Oh, Tigers are up 1-0.
Yeah, or double.
Oh, so hit by a pitch and then a double. Outstanding. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's see here. Let's see if I can do the video layout here. No. Let's see here. How can I do this?
Yeah, Austin Jackson.
Can I do a mini screen? You know what? I just thought of something. I got an idea. I have an idea. Well, you do that, Chris.
Let's say so. I'm looking here. I just am now seeing these other comments. Do we have a broke down Dontrell Willis in the minors? We don't. Dylan Smith.
Yeah, Dylan Smith
is a young black pitcher who last we saw, I think he was in the Bridge League.
What about the Jonathan? Is it Jonathan Rogers who I'm thinking of? Who's that?
Jonathan Rogers. Yeah, he's a young high schooler who had a really good season. 19-year-old kid, might be 20 now.
Yeah.
Who he doesn't throw terribly hard, but he pitched really well in the Florida Complex League. So that's another kid to keep an eye on. I'm trying to think. I think Jackson Strong, as an outfielder, but Riley Green grounds out. Matt Vierling to third. Oh, Malloy only not get the run in. He did not. That's his only job. But maybe Malloy can get some more run. But yeah. So who do we got? Bid Malgiri up here. I'm just looking. Yeah, Roger's trying to figure out how to. Oh, we got it. That was a double. All right. Not sure how that happened, but they did. Dylan Smith was actually the 2021 draft. So yeah, he's the same draft as Ty Madden and Jackson Jobe and Isaac Pacheco. So he, this year he's dealt with injuries and stuff. It's been unfortunate. Like I said, he might be another guy that they send out to the Arizona Fall League. He's got good stuff. He's always had a good slider. Just needs to stay healthy and throw a few more strikes.
All right, let's see if that works. No, maybe. Oh, damn it! I get no.
Well, we got a Max Anderson single here.
Nice.
That's a bummer. Tigers. It felt like a little missed opportunity there for the Tigers.
Maybe. Let's see here. I can. Oh, you know what I can do? I just could do this. Watch this. I think I figured it out, Chris. I think I figured it out. So let me.
I figured it out.
So that's Max Anderson. He's number 37 now. Is that what his?
I guess so. I don't. I've said before. That's one of the things I just don't notice for whatever reason. I never ever notice players' numbers. I could be sitting there talking to 30 players or whatever, and he asked me, "Hey, what was his number?" I go,
I don't know.
94, 7. But,
y'all need to make this segment. We're another brother.
What? We are the brothers. I'll be happy to do it. Alfonso didn't get the run in.
All right, let's see here. Screen 1. The share audio stereo haven't said. Let's see here.
Where's David by any chance? I'm checking. I'm going to try to continue posting clips on our Twitter if things happen, but
all right. So what we're gonna have to do is like just be quick with the tabs here. Oh, nice. Oh, that was another. Okay, there you go. Nice piece of hitting there. That was Alfonso. No, was that Alfonso with that hit? Was that?
Did he get a hit or? Oh, he reaches on a fielder's choice out, first baseman.
Oh, okay.
The catcher. Well, Malgiri out at home. That's a bummer.
Where the brothers segment hit. You know, that's brought to you by the movie I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. I was watching that a couple weeks ago. That's the only reason why I mentioned that movie.
Oh, it's a classic.
Speaking of brothers,
I remember Abraham Lincoln was a piece of white trash. I just love that.
Oh man,
dude's just selling bean pies.
How much is it for one rib?
Oh God, yeah, that's like one of Chris Rock's first ever appearances, isn't it?
Yeah.
I remember Antonio Vargas and his son played for Michigan.
Yeah.
So there's the fielder's choice play that we're seeing. Yeah.
There we go. Oh, damn. All right. So we're a little behind there because of I was trying to figure out the feed here.
Yeah, 3 games going on at once. This is tough. We don't have the.
We don't have the technology.
Yeah, we need some sort of studio.
Yeah. See, and that's what the donations do for. See,
Yes.
See, that's why the donations help. If we have donations and we get extra money, like Elton did earlier. Thank you very much again.
Yes, thank you, Elton.
Like we have a super studio. Like right now, we can have 2 TVs. Like right now, I could have the other camera focusing on other TV.
So 1, 2, 3, 4th for Rainer Castillo. Flying Tigers still up 3-2.
All right. So we have to be careful with this because what happens is if you get too far behind on this, you have to do that every time. So you have to.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a commercial break going on. So we'll go back to that. Let's see here.
Yeah, looks like Brady Allen, promising inning. Unfortunately, Brady Allen grounded into a double play. So that ended that.
All right. Bobby Witt Jr. up for the Royals. Adam, thank you so much for the $4.99.
Thanks, Adam.
Whoops.
Off the Frickers building.
I like that.
Exquisite.
Well, Adam's the he's out in Erie, isn't he?
Yeah, he's out. He is Mr. Erie himself. I'm gonna call Adam Mr. Erie.
Give him some Ganya.
Oh yeah.
That ball is gone. Such a all-time.
I need to get Joe's call on here too. The voice of the Lakeland Flying Tigers too. It's the only voice I don't have on here.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to. Well, if they win today, I'm sure that we'll do. Well, we may be able to live, pick up his audio. And
there's audio. There is an audio feed though.
Yeah,
there is an audio feed. That is cool. But
so we may be able to, if they have a chance to win, we can tune into that and see what. I still remember to this day, when the first year I was really doing this for Tigstown was the West Michigan Whitecaps won, and that was Dan Hastie's first year calling the Whitecaps games, and they won their title out in Cedar Rapids. And I remember his call was, is this heaven or is this Iowa or whatever? I don't know. It was, clearly I remember it very well. But it was basically a reference to Field of Dreams because they were in Iowa and winning the championship. But I still have it somewhere. Touch 'em All Time messed with me the first time I heard it.
The cadence on it. Yeah, it's... Tyler Owens is going to be throwing 100 miles per hour. I think he is throwing pretty hard already.
He does. Yes, he does. He throws. You can get to upper 90s for sure. So is he coming in for? Did he come in for Bergner? No.
Let's see here. We'll have to find out.
No, Bergner's still in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wouldn't shock me to see him. Oh, John Ashman. Hey, welcome. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
John Ashman, Micah's dad.
Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. Yeah. Your son's been playing outstanding. They're doing a really good job. So
yeah, it's pretty fun to see somebody instantly step in and be the closer.
Yeah. And going with ice water in his veins, essentially, man. That's such a great job there.
Yeah, and invisible fastball, that always helps. So yeah. And he was a Ute, right? We have our friend Sarah.
Oh yes.
She's a big Utes fan, so she might even know more about him than we do, but appreciate you tuning in.
Yeah.
We always like it when the families stop by. I mean, that was one of the bonuses of this is that we've come to know a few families and a lot of really good people just from covering these kids.
Yeah, which reminds me, I have to reach out to Sawyer Gibson Long's mom. It's been a while. Pam, very nice lady. I got to know her last year, and she was very, very generous with the time, and just we got to talk quite a bit about everything. And of course, Mrs. Keith, Mary Keith. Mine again. It was funny when I saw her at the press conference for Colt for the contract. It was funny. We were talking like for 15, 20 minutes, and Jeffrey goes, "What was that?" I'm like, "That's Colt Keith's mom." Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then like the hearing how like they moved around for him and how he was able to forge friendships with other baseball players on teams he was meeting across the way. And so it was a really cool story. I think she's some sort of lawyer or something like that. To have the freedom to have a job like that, it's really cool. So,
man, this is an interesting at bat. 5 straight fouls.
And there's another one. But Bergner's off-speed stuff tonight has been really good, and it's been keeping Akron off balance. And I think that's like the outside the quick pitches too. That slider he's gotten on the inside part of the plate. So here's a good question from KA. Workman's Akil was a strikeout rate, but he has a major league glove and power. Can you see him trading with a middle infield logjam above, or does he get exposed in the Rule 5 this year?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I wonder if they would send him to Arizona too, just to get him more looks for people. He does, like you mentioned, he does an awful lot of things well that would be a nice utility piece potentially. So yeah, man, I don't know. There may be a team out there that likes him a lot and would trade for him, but I'm kind of leaning toward them adding him to the 40-man now, just because, as you said, that power is nice and the speed is there and he can play all over. And yeah, I don't know. I think they're going to hold on to him and probably add him to the 40-man, but I suppose we'll see.
I mean, it would be an ideal situation too, depending on what happens with Javi Baez's health too. I mean, it would make a lot of sense because then internally they don't have to, or rather externally, they don't have to spend money on a free agent on a shortstop. Rather, they can. I mean, as much as we would love to see reunion of Willie Adames properly in a Tiger uniform, that's not going to happen. I mean, I think there's other teams. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but yeah, I mean, he is younger. Yes, he is a guy who is young. He is younger than Torkelson, But I think the biggest thing for Workman is that I think what they're going to want to see is if you could do that at AAA, because the Harris has talked about the importance of them mastering that strike zone and everything. That was a good pitch. That was a sick pitch there by Bergner.
Yeah,
that's
like number 9.
Yeah, it's just wheeling and dealing there. But no, I think they're going to see what they can put him on AAA. So if they put him on the 49 roster, whew, man, that was sick. Yeah. Sorry, but yeah, that's so. I don't know. I mean, as far as, and YouTube has a really good question here too. How many position players do they sign to MLB contracts? That makes a big difference to the 40-man roster. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, it does. I mean, and if they go out and sign like 3 big leaguers, then yes, that might change some things. But they actually, I don't know. It depends. They tend to make those 40-man decisions by the you have to kind of by the day before the Rule 5 draft, I think, which is usually second week of December. And sometimes there are players who have to be added like a week or 2 before for whatever reason. But there are still, there are a number of players currently on the 40-man that they can probably, we talked about Akil Baddoo already. I think he's probably going to get, designated for assignment or whatever, released. And there are a handful of other players that I could see that happening too. So there should be room. I was thinking the other day I actually went through and looked at all the guys that they might need to add to the 40-man. And suddenly it doesn't seem all that log jam to me.
Yeah.
There's, some of the guys I thought for sure would be added before, just like Justice Bigby, I thought would have to be added. And I don't think they're going to have to add him. He didn't hit for enough power this year. He's had a solid season, but I don't think they need to add him. And as much as we like Roberto Campos, they probably don't have to add him again. No. They may want to just in case. But again, you're talking about asking an outfielder to jump from high A to the majors and stick. It just doesn't seem likely. So you kind of you're pressing your luck a little bit and hoping that it doesn't work out. But they know the player better than anybody else does. So if they think that he can't do that, then they probably won't protect him. So.
By the way, Austin Bergner has a no-hitter through 5 innings so far.
Yeah, it's been impressive. That would be a fun way to, having speaking of Somerset, having flashbacks to the Somerset game a couple of years ago, where, oh man, I don't know if you remember that, but they damn near threw a perfect game.
Oh yeah, Erie. No, that was like, and then
it was like 13-0 or something like that.
Yeah, was it the game where we thought that there may have been some shenanigans going about?
Well, just the way that they were just crushing everything.
Yeah.
And
the camera out there, yeah.
And then but yeah, that perfect game got broken up, I think, by a Danny Soretti walk. And I don't know if I don't think they actually did get a hit that game. They ended up getting no hit in the playoffs so JB is definitely a guy who in theory Harris type player. So
yeah.
We got a little ground ball, just trying to keep track of everything that's going on around here.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, those I think it was a Mendoza. Mendoza grounds out. So then we go to the Tigers game right now. It is the Torkelson's up right now. He strikes out swinging against Cole Reagans, and it looks like Sweeney gets in there with a single.
Not bad. Left on left.
Yeah, there you go.
It's interesting. They talk often about sometimes certain lefties are better matchup for left-handed hitters than others, and I actually thought we might see Carpenter. Is Carpenter in the lineup today?
No, he's not.
No, he's not. I thought, because I think Reagans is mostly a fastball changeup guy, and it felt to me like Carpenter could handle that. He's just not necessarily as good at maybe with like a sweeper breaking away, but maybe I don't know. Carpenter also is a pretty outstanding weapon off the bench. Obviously, it'd be cool to get him a bunch of at bats, but if you can bring him in a huge situation with like Minon against a right-handed pitcher, that's pretty good too.
Yeah, more likely, like I said, there'll be some interviews on Thursday. We'll be out there.
Oh, when you're in here, yeah.
Yeah, double play there by Kansas City to get him out of the inning. Dingler grounds out.
Yeah,
and so we head to the bottom of the second. Tigers up 1-0 against Kansas City. And if you're looking for a score update across the league, we can do that for you as well.
See, Bobby Witt got his 30th steal, so he's officially 30-30.
Again, Minnesota's up 2-1, bottom of the fifth against Cleveland. San Francisco's up 4-0 against Baltimore. If you're curious about Boston and Tampa Bay for whatever reason, sure, 2-1 Boston in the heading into the bottom of the fifth. And the other game right now, Milwaukee has a chance to win the division tonight. So if they win, I believe against Philly, they have a chance to win the NL Central.
So that was, something I was discussing with my buddy earlier today. Just, whatever sort of magic that Milwaukee has, and thank you, OBK.
Yeah, thank you. We'll give from the $9.99.
We'll address that question in just a second. Milwaukee loses Corbin Burns, right? They lose Brandon Woodruff. They lose their manager.
Yeah.
And they go out and they have a better record this year. So that is a front office doing some magic. Their player development has gotten really good. Jackson Churio looks like a future beast. He already is. And in Cleveland, loses Shane Bieber, loses like 8 other pitchers. Doesn't really have a offense outside of Jose Ramirez. Naylor's done some things. They had who was the catcher? Is it David Fry, the guy who had a great first half and then just kind of disappeared?
Yeah, I think it was Fry. Yeah.
And yet they're winning, 80 plus games again with a new manager. I think those are the two organizations. I've said this before that I think the Tigers want to be. This current Tigers front office wants to be, which is not, that's good and bad. Right. If you can do that and you can build that system where you're constantly competitive despite, financial constraints or whatever, self-imposed financial constraints, that's good. But ultimately, you get into the playoffs and teams like that just don't win anything in the playoffs, right? Because they don't have those superstars. Now, if you can lock up some young stars, homegrown guys early, like Keith and Churio, then they can pay guys a little bit more, but you're still only doing that for like huge discounts. And then you see Milwaukee, they can't afford to re-sign Corbin Burns. So they trade him, but they made a smart trade.
And they got Ortiz, who's really good.
Yeah. So they got in DL Hall, they got a couple solid players for that. And they just keep redoing that. But what it means as a fan, unfortunately, is that, if the Tigers are going to emulate that, it means that, so Tarek Skubal, is probably going to get traded in the next 2 years. But I don't know. I don't want to bring everybody down right now. It's the Tigers are a lot of fun right now, so we can avoid that topic of discussion at the moment.
So Bobby Witt Jr. becomes the first shortstop ever to have multiple 30-30 seasons.
Wow. And he's got 200 hits this year, right? That can't have been done too many times.
Yeah. Let's see. Does he have 200 hits already?
He got his 200th hit yesterday, the infield hit.
Damn. So, somebody pointed out on Twitter yesterday, astutely, of course. Oh, the Royals have Bobby Witt Jr. Yes, we know.
Yes, he's very, very good.
Yeah,
and they've got him signed forever. So
he is going to be the next George Brett in terms of like infielders that will be there forever, possibly. Well, Brett played at almost 20 years, didn't he? I mean, he played.
I think he did play 20. I want to say like 21, 22. He played in 3 different decades, didn't he?
Yeah, he was
won batting titles in 3 different decades.
I was just gonna say, I think he's the only player to ever do that too.
Yeah. Let's take a look.
See here, Workman. Let's see here, pitch. Ooh, froze him.
Yeah, George Brett's 1973 to 1993.
Oh yes, he won the. Wait, he won a title. Let me tell me. He won the batting title in 91.
Close.
92.
90.
90. Okay.
Yeah, 329 with 45 doubles in 1990 as a 37-year-old.
And the one in the 80s was what? 81, 82.
80.
80. Damn. All right.
He hit 390.
Damn.
I mean, it was in 117 games, but 390 with 58 walks and 22 strikeouts and 24 home runs, an 1118 OPS. That was a pretty good year for George Brett.
That was the year that the Royals went to the World. They went to the World Series in 80, or is it 81? They lost to Philly. I'm thinking, was it 81?
That sounds like 81.
Is it? I think it's 81. 80.
No, 80. You're right.
It was 80. Okay, it was 80. Okay.
Yep. Right. They beat the Yankees in the ALCS and then lost to
the Phillies.
Yeah, 4-2 to the Phillies.
Yeah. By the way, so the answer the old BK's question: who would you rather see starting next year as opposed to a free agent upgrade? Sweeney or Torque? I was thinking about this question because Sky Harris was talking with Brian Kenny a couple days ago, and I know he's really high on Trey Sweeney quite a bit. So I think they're gonna upgrade, or I think they're gonna put Trey Sweeney as my guess, because they can do a lot of options with first base. I mean, you look at Jackson Profar has played first base. He's a free agent. You have Sanitar, or the Baltimore player, Santander. You have Warmer Flores as a free agent. There's a lot of things you can do at first base to the plug and play in there. So
what's going on? The Flying Tigers game seems to have frozen here with a strikeout in the 5th inning.
Yep.
Rainer Castillo has hit top 97 5 times. He's got 10 swings and misses today.
I'm telling you, man. I think I would put him, if I'm going to put him as a 2025 debut, he might get to AAA next year. I really think he might get up to AAA. It sounds like a far-fetched thing. He's in low A right now, but I think he might hit either that or he'll hit Erie. No, you know what? No, screw it. I'm sticking with my guns.
Yeah, well, I hope he stays healthy, and we talk about it. It just needs to keep working on his pitch mix a little bit. There's a little changeup right there.
Yeah. They said Pettit's warming up in the bullpen right now. Bottom of the 6th, 1-0 Erie. Erie has not allowed a hit so far.
Tie game in Palm Beach.
Oh,
2-out single from Bryce Madron.
I was gonna say they're not doing anything against Bergner.
No, yeah, Bergner's throwing a no-hitter.
Yeah, awesome.
That's pretty wild. So, yeah, Pettit warming in the bullpen. So, said, I didn't answer that question from old BK. I think I kind of, I've been accused of not being the world's biggest Torkelson fan. But all things being equal, I think, if you want an upgrade somewhere on this offense, you probably want to upgrade over what's going on at shortstop. Just because, Baez didn't really provide a lot this year. Kreidler didn't do much. McKinstry didn't do much when he's playing shortstop. Sweeney has been, solid. He's been watchable, and I wouldn't hate it if they gave him a bunch of run next year. But if you can go out and get an upgrade, like a legit, average, above average big league shortstop, I think that's huge. Just for the entire team, right? Somebody who can play defense and provide some offense there. And I don't know, it just seems like I'm not a big believer that Torkelson's ever going to really figure this out. So if you want to replace him, that's fine too. I feel like you have a few more options at shortstop, I guess, than you do at first base at this point. But we talked about it before. Like, there are a bunch of players in this organization that look like
how's it not strike? Come on, dude.
I guess a little bit low. But like, I feel like there's a lot of guys that could get more playing time at first base. We've talked about it before, right? Like Malloy, Keith, Young, any number of players. So, oh boy, got the out here. So Castillo, after giving up the hit, has walked somebody, and he is coming out of the game after. So 4 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, 1 home run.
Yeah,
and 1 man left on base right now.
YouTube user is correct. First base is DH is easier and cheaper. And look, and cheaper. Wow, cheaper.
It's a cheaper.
But it's also, I mean, you look at Gage Workman. There's options eternally that the Tigers could look at shortstop wise that could just, I guess, be placeholders. I agree with you, Chris. If you go out and Willie Adames is out there, you get him. But at the same time, I just don't see him going. I just see the financial numbers crunching there going, we can't spend that much money on shortstop, there because of the Baez contract. If Baez didn't, if the Baez contract wasn't there, that'd be a different story. But I just don't see them going, well, we should spend X amount more on shortstop.
Yeah. And I hate to be this way because there are a lot of fans who just kind of
That
defer
changeup
to
was
this.
really good pitch tonight,
But it does. It feels like Christopher Ilitch is kind of hands off in a way that Mike Ilitch wasn't, and I don't mean I don't really know how much he cares or whatever, but like I feel like Ilitch is just going to leave a lot of these big decisions up to Harris, and I think Harris is enough of a quant and numbers guy to say like, we're not going to be the team that gives out these giant contracts to players, long term, because that's just not. I'm sure they have all the data that says that it doesn't ever work, right? Like it rarely works. Whereas I feel like Mike Ilitch, I guess we know this, right? Like Mike Ilitch had players that he liked, and he would just tell Dombrowski to go do whatever it takes to get them. And that includes like keeping Verlander in town, right? And I think he told him the same thing with Scherzer. And Dombrowski, famously, like the only time that he ever was flustered was when Scherzer turned down the like $150 million deal or whatever that they offered him, and Dombrowski was all upset about that. But I think Mike Ilitch just said, "Yeah, I want this guy. Go get him." And I don't think Christopher Ilitch is going to say anything like that. I don't think he's going to go, "Yeah, Willie Adames, go get him." So it's going to be up to Harris, and I don't see Harris doing anything big like that.
No, and even when I was talking to Brian Kenny, when Kenny was like, we talked about the offseason, like, guys, it's not the offseason yet. I'm still worried about the team right now. I'm paraphrasing. He always finds a way to deflect the question.
Yeah.
And he's just saying, I'm keeping present and I'm being focused about things now. He never answers the question.
6 no-hit innings from Austin Bergner, 96 pitches, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts.
It's a beautiful
Pretty
game.
spectacular performance.
Yes.
You know what? I didn't realize I didn't turn on the rear light behind me that sometimes makes me look less like I'm in a tunnel. So I'm going to turn that on real quick.
All right.
I'll be back in 1 second.
All right. Yeah. And you know what, though? BK, they let the bias thing go. It is sunk cost. I completely agree. But that's the logic. Like, as Chris was saying, like I don't want to say bean counting or anything like that, but that's kind of the way I look at it, is that they're going to, they brought in Sweeney for a reason. I mean, I think they're going to look at it as, well, this is a guy who's going to be an adequate replacement, possibly. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I would like to believe that they would spend a little bit of money, but there's nothing to indicate that based off the body language, based off what he's saying.
Oh, no.
What's up? What happened? Oh, man. I saw it too. Josh Cross.
Yeah. 3-run homer. Palm Beach now up 6-3. That is a tough one to stomach.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Meanwhile, the Tigers.
Yeah. Verlander struck out swinging.
Yeah. With Meadows on third.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's man. They've had 2 chances now to add on tack on run, and they haven't been able to get the guy home.
Maybe Riley Green does it here.
You'd hope so. Yeah. I mean, pretty impressive that Meadows and Sweeney have hits off Reagan's. I don't know. Seems like he's pretty tough against everybody, but
so we're gonna stick around till probably the end of this Erie game, as it's going through pretty quickly, and then we will be signing off for the evening. But an entertaining game so far. I mean,
this is playoff baseball, right? Like this is you can't ask for much more out of your starter. Maybe get in the dugout and go, did you really have to walk those 2 guys, Austin? Well,
to be fair, he's got it really crap. That strike zone has been true. Like that ump has been terrible.
No, I mean, it was just kidding.
So,
6 no-hit innings with 9 strikeouts. Like, you think maybe next time you could throw a few more strikes?
Riley Green strikes out swinging.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Ugh.
And the threat. So
man, that's tough. So they've had,
So the Tigers have they're 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, and twice with men on third with 1 out, and couldn't even get a ground out to. I mean, I wonder, that's got to be well below their league average. I'm now going, or their season average. I'm going to go take a look now.
This pitcher for Akron, by the way, is just a bunch of arms and legs just putting together, just the way he's going.
Yeah, their reliever they brought in.
Morehouse. Yeah, Morehouse. Zane Morehouse. He was a 14th. He was a 14th overall or 14th round draft pick out of the University of Texas. Actually, 71 strikeouts and 61 2/3 innings pitched. In between between high A, he was in Lake County, where he looked familiar. Actually, now that I think about it, but yeah. And then he's posted an ERA 1.76 since being called up to AA. So another reliever probably in the future for the Cleveland Guardians. So there we go.
Let's see. I'm trying to look at these advanced.
OBK looks like he's on stilts. No, Michael, you absolutely. They will need better right-handed hitters for sure. They have to address that, no doubt. I mean, it's a glaring thing, especially in games like tonight where you're gonna need that. And by the way, Mai so far pretty good. 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts.
So yeah, on the season, the Tigers were at 61% at scoring a guy from third with fewer than 2 outs, and tonight not so much. But hopefully it doesn't come back to haunt him. Hopefully Casey Mize finds that no-hitter form that we saw at Auburn and at Erie.
Bill Malgeri off the plate there, and
Did
that
he?
is, that was a good
Nice
catch there.
running catch out there in the.
Yeah,
Who got him?
who was that for? Let's see. Who was in right field for the Rubber Ducks? That was Watson. That was Cleo Watson.
No, I think that was Guy Lipscomb.
Oh, sorry, I got
Watson. I think is playing left field.
Yeah, Lipscomb.
Guy Lipscomb. That sounds like like a fake detective name. Detective Guy Lipscomb.
Let's see here. So it sounds like a Street Fighter character, Guy Lipscomb. All right. So who is? So I'm assuming Berger's day is done.
Yeah, I would. It's probably got to be Pettit, right?
Yeah.
If we heard that he was warming. Well, let's see. Briseño flies out, so Flying Tigers have some work to do. They've got 4 innings to do it, but down by 3 runs, that's tough. Josh Cross. Who is this Josh Cross character? First
Palm Beach.
baseman.
I mean, you were saying this last night that Palm Beach is not quit.
Oh, he was their 6th-round pick this year out of Cincinnati. First baseman.
Oh, Cincinnati. Wow.
That's his first professional home run. He did not hit a home run during the regular season after getting drafted.
Well, Joe's right.
Good for him.
Yeah. Was that off Castillo?
No, that was off Pedro Garcia. But a couple of the runs, I think, get charged to Castillo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Castillo ended up 4 2/3, 5 earned runs. That might be his worst outing of the year. Unfortunately, I'm going to check.
Sounds like it.
And it's tough without watching it. Yeah, he gave up 4 earned runs in 5 innings once this year at St. Lucie. So this is worse. And in that one, he walked 4 guys too. So that appears to be the issue. If Castillo ever has trouble, it's when he occasionally has trouble with the strike zone. But who knows? Maybe he was getting an ump like the one in AA. Although that doesn't even matter, does it? Because it's robo umps down there.
So it is Matt. It's Matt Singler.
Oh, Seelinger.
Yeah, is coming in now.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought Petty was sure, but
the Royals have a leadoff single.
Minor league free agent pickup for the Tigers too, or for Erie. Matt was in the Philly system for a while. It was actually he's bounced around quite a bit. So he's been with Pirates system. He was, I believe, he's been around a little bit. So yeah, mainly. Oh, he was in San Francisco too. So
28th round pick in 2017 out of Farmingdale State College in Farmingdale, New York.
Yeah, another New York kid, one of those New York kids that the Tigers seem to like so much.
Yeah, he was in Indie Ball this year, huh?
Yeah,
got him out of Long Island.
Oh, the Ducks, Long Island Ducks. Yeah,
but yeah, he put up good numbers and a lot of strikeouts. 46 strikeouts in 27 and 1/3 innings.
It's right there. There you go.
So
you got to water real quick. I'll be right back.
No problem. So we got a 2-out walk from Garrett Pennington for the Flying Tigers with Frenjurber Montilla up, who was 1 for 1 with a triple and a hit by pitch today and a run scored. This is me doing my play-by-play sort of. But yeah, I'm hoping Casey Mize can roll up a double play in some capacity here and not give up a 2-run homer. But yeah, disappointing outing for Rainer Castillo, who's been outstanding for most part this year. But it happens, He's barely 20 years old. And I guess tomorrow, well, I don't want to give up on the game just yet. They're still just down by 3 runs. We saw the Tigers come back with 4 last night, so anybody can do it. But If they go to a game 3, I would assume it's going to be Gabriel Reyes again, although Hayden Minton is out there. They haven't used him yet, so maybe he could get the start. And, wow, another strikeout. That's Akron has struck out now 11 times through 7 innings. Am I right, or did I have that wrong? No, I got that right. Cody Huff's called out on strikes. So. All right, Casey Mize did get the double play. Speak it into existence. How about that? I like it. And here comes Rogers back. Casey Mize got the double play, Raj.
Oh, that pitch has been deadly.
Yeah. He's Sealinger has 2 strikeouts to go along with Berger's 9. So what about the other scores? I haven't checked in. Fred Gerber Montilla with a single. So the tying run is now at the plate in the form of Eduardo Valencia. 2 outs against Jason Savakul.
Savakul.
Savakul conversation, man. Yeah, big AB here. We got and then Khalil Watson going. Oh, what just happened? I just got an update. I didn't see what happened though. Oh,
Right.
Andrew Navigato reaches on a fielding error by shortstop Gabriel Arias. Ryan Kreidler scores. Poor Toledo is not getting any attention from us today.
Yeah.
So there you go. No hits through 7 for your Akron Rubber Ducks.
Again, Gabe Alvarez, the right Alvarez here.
Yeah. It'd be interesting if they have Sealinger go another inning or if they bring in another reliever. I don't know. He only pitched a few, not too many pitches there. So would be nice if Erie and the Tigers would score a couple more runs, right? You'd feel a little bit better. Yeah. Eduardo Valencia grounds into a force out. So there goes that threat. Lakeland Flying Tigers still down 6-3 heading into the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah.
And then we're in between multiple games right now.
Yeah, we are. And so we'll do that. We'll look at the other scoreboards across the major leagues.
Yeah.
Because we are scoreboard watching. And right now it is 4-0 San Francisco still in the bottom of the 6th. In Baltimore, 2-1 Minnesota, top of the 7th in Cleveland. So the Twins lose tonight and Cleveland wins. The Tigers win, of course.
The Rays just put up a 4 spot against the Red Sox.
There you go. Red Sox are falling out of the race pretty quickly. The Mariners, who are also in chase, are playing. They'll be playing at 9:40 tonight. They're hosting the Yankees. The Padres are hosting the Astros. And in case of 2 teams that could give a crap less, I found a fun fact, though. The Angels and the White Sox. The White Sox have won 3 in a row.
Yeah.
The Angels have never lost 100 games. You know that?
I did not know that. That's kind of wild.
Yeah. I think it was Matt Eddy from Baseball America who posted that today. The Angels have never lost 100 games.
All right. Well, that's something, I guess.
Yeah.
Now, I think there are other teams. I don't know if the Cardinals have ever lost 100 games. But I was going through, and there are a fair amount of teams that have never won 100 games in a season either, which is not maybe terribly shocking either. That's pretty hard to do. Nobody's going to do it this year.
No.
So, Alaska Abney is in the game, replacing Zane Morehouse.
Alaska Abney.
Alaska Abney is now pitching for the Akron Rubber Ducks.
A big dude.
Not bad.
Outside armor.
As names go. Abney Coleman. Rest in peace. So is it a Bobby Witt walk? Yeah. Probably for the best. Just keep walking, Bobby Witt.
Did you make a Dabney Coleman reference?
I mean, yes, I did. I said Abney
Nice.
Coleman. Yeah.
Rest in peace. Yeah, nice.
There's Max Anderson hitting the ball to the right side of the field, which he does with frequency.
So top of the 8 here, by the way.
Yeah, this game is going awfully quickly.
And thank you for joining us, by the way, if you're sticking around with us this evening as I'm eating dinner on the side here, because that's
Yeah, I still haven't had dinner yet.
Go eat dinner. Oh, I mean,
I'm gonna go up and have macaroni and cheese. I'm good.
Alfonso's up the bat. He's 0 for 2 on the night.
Ooh. Eddie's Lanard triples in the bottom. Sal Perez in play, no out. But we got ourselves an RBI triple for Eddie's Lanard. So not bad. Toledo does a pretty good job.
What did Perez do? What did Perez do?
Singled on a ground ball to center fielder Parker Meadows. Bobby Witt to second. So now Michael Massey.
Joshua, same thing. We were hoping that Job was going to stick around, but Austin Berger's like, you know what? It's okay. I got this.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I agree. It would have made sense, but honestly, yeah, with somebody like Bergner, like, there goes the ump. Somebody like Bergner who can just seemingly locate his secondary pitches at will. That seems to be enough to just completely flummox AA hitters, which is, Job has this incredible stuff, but doesn't have that level of command this year. And Bergner ends up. It's hard to imagine that Job would have done better than Bergner.
Did you see where it hit him?
I did not. Where did it get him?
I think it got him right in the Family Jewels.
The old skin puppy?
Yeah.
Yep. It's tough being an ump.
Let me see if I can. See if I got that right. Hopefully.
Yeah, catching a foul ball anywhere is going to hurt.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Ooh.
Oh, it looked to me like it was.
Was it the knee?
Yeah, maybe kneecap, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe his hand. All right. Well, it doesn't.
Doesn't matter. All right.
In play runs.
Oh,
Michael Massey singles on a ground ball, right fielder. Matt Vierling, Bobby Witt scores. So single, double play, walk, single here in the bottom of the third for Casey Mize. How many swings and misses does he have today?
Awesome. By the way, Alfonso giving a battle here. I'm gonna go. Casey Mize has 3.
He's got 6, and he has topped out at 98.6 miles per hour today. That might be his hardest pitch of the year. Maybe he was throwing 99 earlier in the year, and I've forgotten. But
he was getting up to 99 earlier.
Yeah. All right. So he's thrown his slider 13 times this year. Slider's up 3 miles an hour this year. Splitter is up 3, or tonight. Everything's up a ton today. I wonder if there's something going on with Kansas City, or if his fastball average is up 1.8 miles per hour. Knuckle curve up 3.3. He's throwing everything hard. 3 whiffs on the slider, 3 on the fastball. So do a little search here.
Yeah, slider's not getting hit hard.
Well, all right, good. Be nice if Mize can at least get out of this with the game tied.
Brady Allen up the bat for the SeaWolves. 1-0. Strike on the outside corner. 1-1 on Allen, who is 0 for 2 on the evening with a pair of strikeouts, I believe. No, I'm sorry.
Just one strikeout, yeah. Yep. But yeah, I mean, he's a guy he can put a charger into a ball. We haven't seen it a ton this year, but when he does connect, they go pretty far. He finished with 9 home runs this year. He had 19 last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a struggle for Allen this year. Hit 205, 17 doubles, 9 home runs.
I got him around the wrist.
Hit by a pitch. Injury delay.
Yeah, I got him right in the flush part. I think right in this part right here.
No. He appears to be okay. Who knows?
Train looks like Andy Dirks from here. Well, never mind. It was for a second there.
Franjibra Montilla with an infield single error. Or he throwing error. To put him in on second with 2 outs here.
It was a foul tip. Ooh, that was not a foul tip. I like the way they did the replay there. Ooh.
Yeah, that hit his left wrist right there. Yeah, that Hunter Renfroe lines out sharply to center field Parker Meadows. Oof. 104 miles an hour, 398 feet. So, well, Miles wriggled out of that one, but that's not a terribly promising inning right there. Let me see. So, who's up for Mendoza? Carlos Mendoza's up.
Yeah, it has been, agreed, Joshua. There's been a lot of really inside work, if you will, in terms of pitches. In terms of like pitches.
Yeah, quite the night for the body hits. Yeah.
Yeah. And between the knee, Alfonso earlier with his took one off the shin, I believe, or his knee cap there. Yeah, absolutely right. So, bottom of the sixth, we head to the top of the top of the seventh. It is Palm Beach 6, Lakeland 3.
Yep.
And so right now Lakeland looking to try to get out of it.
You got Samuel Hill, Jackson Strong, and Omar Fania coming up. And yeah, they're still have 9 outs to play with. Which, I'd like to see them kind of chip away, like the Tigers did last night.
Yeah.
But trying to look here. Oh, that's what I was looking at. Yeah. Sorry, I'm doing a search. I
expect kind of more of a solid crowd there in Akron tonight. It's maybe the front looks like, but when they do the pan shots, it's not as full as anticipated.
Well, it is a Tuesday night.
It's September. That's true.
I don't know. We've seen there are minor league teams that have really good crowds all the time, but a lot of them, it's kind of depends on the promotion and what time of year, and if it's a kid's day at the park. So, let's see.
See if Erie can get something going here. Go back to first. I always love that when they do the extra tag. Like, that's going to make a difference.
So, yeah, I just did a search, and yes, Casey Mize's hardest pitches this year were 98.5 until tonight.
98.5, okay.
So he has, technically touched 98.5, which is rounded up to 99, but 98.6 today, throwing harder than ever.
So you're by the way, there was a lot of questions on why Justin Henry Malloy was batting cleanup this evening.
Well, I mean, he murders left-handed pitching this year, or at least he has so far. It's like a 190 WRC plus, but he just hasn't been playing much at all lately, and it's got to be hard to adjust to that role, right? As a guy he played just about every day through the first half of the year, then came up with the Tigers and was playing just about every day, and then got sent back to Toledo, and then he's come back, and he's just kind of the 27th, 28th man on the bench. So, and I think, surely Hinch is factoring in that at some point, if they bring, Reagans is out and the lineup turns over and you've got a right-handed pitcher on the mound, you're going to put Carpenter in for Malloy. And that's, you want him batting cleanup too, right? So, I don't know. People have fun questioning the decisions that Hinch makes with these lineups and his pitching and stuff, but it's like, has he not done enough to show everybody that he seems to have a pretty good idea or a plan for what he's doing? Like, he's not without fault, right? But I have no issues with whatever he's doing with his lineups and his
zero. Yeah, I mean, you're second guessing a guy who has been able to put this team with over 500 mark with all the injuries they've had.
Adam said they said there's a ton of Erie fans in Akron. There's a watch party at the Captain Club at UPMC Park, so that's fun. So the Erie fans haven't gotten tired of winning. That's nice to hear.
Another mound visit here. Jeez, Pete, come on, Akron, let's go.
Well, yeah, what are they? They got to be pulling them now, then, right?
Yeah.
Alaska Abney. What's it? No, Alvarez is coming out to talk to the ump.
Good. There's a little bit of chirping there.
I don't know if he was. Maybe he's like, hold on, I got to go to the bathroom. Samuel Heel lines out sharply to center fielder Espinosa. Jackson Strong up 2-0. Colt Keith walks. All right, we like that. We take walks. Good time for a Spencer Torkelson 2-run homer, right?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I remember one of the most memorable Torkelson home runs of his career was at Kauffman late in a game, I think 2 years ago. I want to say that like gave them the lead in the 8th inning or so. And it was a bomb, one of those ones where he knew it immediately and kind of turned around and yelled at the dugout.
Was that around the 30th home run? Was that last year?
No, I think it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Maybe I'm misremembering that. Maybe it was early last year, but I don't know. Hopefully Torkelson remembers it and remembers exactly what he did and does it again. Yeah, I mean, this is, Reagan's only has, I guess, only is subjective. He's got 9 swings and misses on 62 or how many pitches? 50 pitches. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I still can't believe they got Cole Reagans for half a season of Aroldis Chapman. That's
Bradley Hanner is in for Akron.
So yeah, so Mendoza walked, as he will do, right? And we got Austin Murr, the man of the moment. Like to see him find a gap here, or maybe do his classic. They're bringing a lefty.
Yep.
No, he's a righty.
Oh,
So, sorry, it froze there. It looked like he was left-handed to me, but
I was thinking about Cole Reagan. I'm sorry, we were talking about Cole Reagan's there for a minute.
no,
there.
yeah, I'm kind of sorry. I'm jumping back and forth everywhere. But I like Austin Moore's chances to pull one over the right field fence here.
See, hopefully the steps are running so slow. There we go. Strike. Timeout going on with the Tigers game. Let's see here.
Oh, Jackson Strong with a single. All right. Marfania up here.
Oh, shit. Oh, there he goes.
They call it murder.
The way he looked at it, it looked like he was gone.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and clip that up. I assume that brought a home run.
Yes, it did.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead and clip that up there, Chris. Nicely done there by Murr. But the way he swung the bat, it looked like it was a no doubter. Kind of admired it there for a minute, and it looked like the ballpark just barely held it in. So it's now 2-0 Erie in the bottom of the 8th, or top of the 8th rather. Again, 3-0 rather. 3-0 Erie, as they have a no-hitter going into the 8th inning right now. And Gage Workman it's Gage Workman.
Yeah, Murr definitely thought he had that one. I don't know if he's just played too many games at Erie, because that's probably a home run in Erie. That's pretty deep gap there in Akron, but yeah, that's a huge hit.
A wild pitch there, and see if he's not gonna go there. Yeah, Joshua, he has that bucket kind of weird stance, but it works.
He steps in the bucket a little bit.
Yeah, but it works for him. Work with the walk. Oh, there
nice.
All right. So Tigers have 2 runners on with 1 out.
Sweeney?
I believe it's Sweeney's on deck right now. Workman pops out. This looks like it's going to end the inning for Erie, and if it does, head to the bottom of the 8th. It is 3-0 Erie, game 1 of the Eastern League Divisional Playoffs. And let's go do another live score. Let's do a live score update board, or live update across the league right now. We head to, let's see here. All right. So it's still 2-1 Minnesota, top of the 8th inning. Heading into the top of the 8th, San Francisco's up 4-0 over Baltimore. Tampa's up 5-2 over Boston, top of the 7th. Top of the 6th, Atlanta 5, Cincinnati 2. Head to the bottom of the 7th, Miami's up 7-6 over the Dodgers. And in the top of the 5th, Mets are up 5-1 over the Nationals. And then we had another game that just got a little bit underway. Oakland's up 3-1 over the Cubs, bottom of the 3rd. bottom of the fourth, rather. 1-1 tie between Pittsburgh and St. Louis. Top of the fourth, Philly up 1-0 over Milwaukee. Again, Milwaukee wins tonight. They win the division. And top of the second in Texas, Blue Jays are up 2-0 over Rangers. And then again, Seattle and New York playing at 9:40.
So Sweeney struck out on 3 pitches. Seems a little bit unfair. And now it's Dingler. Would be a great time for Dingler to really, hit a big 3-run homer. Yes, it would be nice. He's due. I'd say that.
Yeah. This is where the Tigers right now. This is where the Tigers should have. You're hoping that the young bats can. This is where the young bats kind of are going to struggle a little bit. So.
Yeah, Dingler down now. 1-2.
Yeah.
Just find a gap, young man.
Now Perez is not in the lineup tonight, sir.
No, I think that it was interesting. We had heard that he wasn't batting right-handed, and he comes in yesterday, and I think Hinch really likes using him like he did last night, where you're forcing the other team to pick. Like, all right, do you want the left-handed reliever to face him as a right-hander, or you want the right-handed reliever to face him as a lefty? Like, it really puts the onus on the other team, and that's what he's able to get last night. And Dylan Digger strikes out swinging, 97-mile-an-hour fastball up at the top of the zone. That's a tough break. Man, the Tigers, they're going to regret this. They are, what is it now? Let's see. 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position.
Oof.
8 men on base. So Sealinger's back out there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's an interesting arm motion for sure. It long release. So Jack Penny hit by a pitch now. So Josue Briseño is the tying run at the plate. You got Jackson Strong on second, Jack Penny on first. The one of the 2 biggest power threats in Lakeland's lineup is up. If something's going to happen, now's the time. And of course, we can't see it. So, hooray.
Sucks. Yep. Thank you, Palm Beach.
Sorry, I'm looking, just checking to see if David has posted any other videos we can. Doesn't look like it.
Let's see here.
Oh, wait, it looks like Briseño come through?
Did he come through?
I don't know. I'm looking.
Let's see here.
1 minute ago, he said it's 6-4 in the 7th right now. So that would mean that somebody has scored.
It's not updated on my end. Yeah.
Neither on mine. Yeah. So. That's pretty behind pretty far if it's Nope.
Round out.
Yeah, so I think he just had the score wrong. That's a bummer.
Come out. What the hell is that?
What happened?
So Workman, man, it looked like an error by Workman. I don't know how they're going to rule that.
Let's see. I'm sorry, I missed it. I was looking at the.
Yeah, well, let's show the replay here. There it is.
All right. Oh, it looked like it. It took a funny hop on him. Like it hit the dirt and then bounced to his left a little bit. So, well, now if the no-hitter's gone, then go ahead and just get the win, right? That they've.
Rival of Verde with doubles for Toledo.
Ryan Valet double and.
They're not going to rule. They didn't rule that hit yet.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. That's it looked like it took a nasty bounce on him to me. Like, I don't know. I without this, maybe the runner was going, so he was moving toward the bag. I don't know exactly what happened, but yeah, in a bit of a jam here. You don't want to maybe turn 2 here. There you go. That's a big double play.
Greg said single, so
Yeah.
let's see how they have it in the scoreboard. They still haven't. It reaches official score rule pending, so it's still pending according to the game day app.
Bummer, that Briseño with the 2 men on, his ground out was the hardest hit ball of the game, 106.2 miles per hour. But
Damn,
unfortunately, negative 19 degrees and only went 8 feet. So,
it's still a big. By the way, that was a big double play for
yeah,
Sealinger.
Huge. So you don't have the not the tying run's not at the plate anymore. And Yuli Gurriel singles to lead off the 4th. So that is let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the last 7 batters have reached base against Mize, I believe.
Oh boy! Ooh, that's a nice pitch there.
Yeah, that's I don't know how hard the Sealinger throws, but
Looks
like it's got some hop to it for sure, because I think that it's kind of has that more over the top release, so it probably has some ride.
Yeah, some nice natural right action there.
And then there's a double play. Good job, Casey Mize.
Yeah.
And a nice ground out, and the SeaWolves take the 3-0 lead into the 9th inning.
And they still have it as a no hitter.
Interesting.
So this official score is still pending, but let's see.
Oh yeah, that's this. I see. This one says reaches on a ground ball to. Oh yeah. Official. Yeah.
Still
I
pending.
wonder what the official score is like, looking over it again and again and again and again and again. It was hit pretty hard. I would probably rule it a hit myself, but
yeah, I don't think it was a hit. I mean, I think it was just, I don't personally, I don't think it was a hit, but just also being a little biased, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Looks like the feed is still behind a little bit too.
Yeah. So we've got leadoff double for Palm Beach. They just don't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Uh-huh. Uh-oh.
What's going on?
Oh, nothing. I just thought that might have been Can't Stop, Won't Stop might have been a Diddy type thing.
Oh. Yeah, he did get arrested today with like a bunch of Uber or something too, apparently, or like some sort of.
I mean, yeah, that's a federal indictment for many different things. He's in deep doo-doo.
Yeah.
And it makes me happy because I never did like him, even when he was super popular.
I didn't like him because he just ripped off a lot of songs.
Yeah, there was no discernible talent there.
None.
He kind of wore stupid clothing and went and danced around like an idiot. So
yeah, and took advantage of Biggie Smalls, whose mom to this day, I believe, still hates him, loathes him.
Yeah, I imagine there are a lot of people in the industry kind of rejoicing today. But
yeah.
So we've got Mize gets through it. So
yeah, Chris Myers up on the plate for the SeaWolves, and still no official word on whether that was a hit or not.
In play run out. Yeah, Palm Beach has scored again. Another double, back-to-back doubles for Palm Beach. So 7-3 now in the 7th. Slipping away there.
Yeah, well, still got one more.
So Brandon says that Reagans is going to be out early. His pitch count is getting high. Reagans is at 65 through 4 innings, and Mize is at 75 through 4 innings. I think Mize, I don't know how much longer they want to pitch him. He's given 7 base runners in 4 innings. It's kind of playing with fire at this point, but I don't know. Maybe you try to squeeze out one more inning. Depends on who's coming up, I guess.
Well, they didn't pitch. They didn't pitch.
Chris Myers.
Ooh, yeah. They didn't pitch Holton last night, so I mean, they got a fresh bullpen. Their next off day is, I think their next off day is Thursday. I want to say.
Yeah, because then they're off to. Are they off to Baltimore, and then home to Tampa and the White Sox. So, yeah, and Shelby Miller is available. Not, I know that doesn't make many people happy, but
Liam Hicks up the plate for SeaWolves. Top of the ninth, 3-0 Erie, and there's still no ruling on this. Yeah, it looks like they didn't give him a hit. So,
no error either. Yeah, they don't. They probably like they're appealing all the way up to Joe Biden for this one. Like, let's go to the president.
What? What's going on?
Oh, yeah. Willie Castro puts the Twins up 4-1.
Oh, damn it!
All right. Well, you can't rely on other teams to do stuff for you. Oh, nice diving stop there by the Akron third baseman. Sheesh.
That's good stuff there.
Poor Liam Hicks. Who's their third baseman? Is that Frias?
By the way, I'm happy for Willie
Frias.
Castro. I'm happy for Willie Castro.
Yeah, I always kind of like Willie Castro too. It just I don't know. You can't get mad at a player if he goes somewhere else and improves, and right, like you can get mad at your organization if that happens.
For not being more patient with him, perhaps, or not showing him something. If there's
whatever it was that the Twins were able to do to get him to walk and play more competent defense. I don't know, but
it's still 4-0 San Francisco, bottom of the eighth. Just pitching for San Francisco. I'm going to check that out real quick here. For whatever reason, I thought Carlos Rondon was with San Francisco. I know he's there is a single in the box score now. Let's see. Where my game day app? There's not. Let me double check this though.
Yeah, I don't see it on the. Yeah, there it is.
I've got any more leaks.
Yeah.
Okay, did it come up yet? Because I. Oh, okay.
And Ben Malgeri rounds out.
It still hasn't come up on my end.
No. Parker Meadows strikes out swinging. And an 8-pitch at bat. That helps.
Let's see here. Who's been pitching for the Giants?
Giants starter was Snell. 6 innings, 1 hit, 2 walks, 12 strikeouts. Woo.
Yeah.
Then
it's doing Blake Snell things. There it is. Okay, so now they have it as a hit now officially. Okay. All right.
Carlos Lecorica has come in to pitch for Lakeland. So, heading to the bottom of the ninth. Erie just needs 3 more outs to head back home to UPMC Park with 2 chances to advance to the Eastern League Championship game. Get these 3 outs, and Raj, you might be out there for another playoff win, another playoff party.
Yeah, another playoff party. We'll see. I hope so. Hope they get it done on Thursday. And then I want to go. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to see Jackson Jobe in Toledo on Friday. So
that would be
a lot
sweet.
of Ohio, Pennsylvania. Yeah,
if they can. Got to get these 3 outs first, but if they can, pull that off, that would be pretty fun.
So after this game, we will be signing off for the evening, as I'll do watch the Tigers game a little bit on the big TV.
Yeah.
Although the Tigers game is moving along at a good pace, so it's a 5th inning already.
Yeah. Andy Ibanez walk. That's nice.
There we go.
Keep that Reagan's pitch count going up. Now you got Vierling and then Green. Maybe awful lot of base runners. The Tigers keep putting that pressure on. You'd hope that at some point that levee's going to break.
When the levee breaks.
Is that how that song goes?
Yeah, it's a Led Zeppelin song. Mama, you got to. Yeah. Me no levee, ain't doing no harm. I'm butchering the song, so my karaoke sucks.
Well, it's hard to sing like Led Zeppelin unless you're those kids
Mountain
from
Man
Frankie
loses home. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, those kids from Frankie were nice.
Well, let's see.
All right. Looks like Eric.
Eric
or-
Silva.
Yeah. No, not Eric
Yeah,
Silver.
no, that's Tyler Owens
Tyler Owens. Yeah.
with the long hair. Yep.
Speaking of Mountain Man loses. Home. Is it me or is his hair got longer?
Yeah, I don't think he's cut it. It just keeps going.
Yeah.
He's got the beard and he's got the late inning profile. That's for sure.
Yeah.
They did need to add some relief arms in the system, so it's not the sexiest moves to add some relievers and at the trade deadline. But Adam Ripley, thank you, Adam.
Thank you. Yeah.
Road trip to Erie, go Wolves.
We'll be out. Josh will. So we'll be out. I'll be out there Thursday. Chris might be out there, maybe.
Yeah, I didn't. I had my second interview today. They didn't offer me the job on the spot, so I'm still kind of waiting on that.
What they say? Are they they're gonna email you or something? Or?
Yeah, they're gonna let me know. It was another interview and then a spelling test and an editing test.
Did you ask for definitions?
No, I mean it was like a multiple choice spelling test, which is I got there were like 65 and 60 of them were super easy. And then like 5, I know I got a couple of them wrong, and it's annoying because sometimes I have trouble with the words that have multiple 2 letters in them.
Yeah.
Like Tony Cappuccilli, the manager of the West Michigan Whitecaps.
De La Cruz, by the way, a solo shot.
Hey, all right. Jose De La Cruz keeps doing his thing.
Yeah.
458 feet.
Good Lord. Seriously?
113.8 miles per hour at 458 feet.
Jesus. When he hits him, man, he hits him, dude.
Yeah. Why don't we have video of that? Come on.
Did he hit a 450 bomb earlier this last month?
Yes, he did.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it's too bad, man. It's too bad that he couldn't have done that with the bases loaded last inning. But yeah, that's good. Keep at it, Jose. Boy, what a bomb. Yeah. Now Ty Pennington up. Not Ty Pennington. Is it Ty Pennington? No, Garrett Pennington. Who was Ty Pennington? Was he a host of a TV show?
Yeah, he was a host of a TV show. Yeah, he's a home improvement show guy.
All right. Okay, so good thing we're talking that while Tyler Owens gets the second out of the inning.
Yeah, somehow I don't know how I knew that, but yeah.
Yeah, I think he was he the host of Extreme Home Makeover?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah, I think
Andy Ibanez was caught stealing.
Is that a song? Or is that real?
Andy Ibanez was caught stealing and then reeling light up. Why was Ibanez trying to steal? I mean, I understand, you want to get. I don't know. That's just a bummer.
I don't know the distance. I didn't see what the distance was for Gage's home run.
Yeah, I don't know. We could ask Greg, but I don't want to bother him while he's.
Yeah.
It's 2 outs of the ninth.
He did shoot us a text earlier before the game.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah,
friend of the show, Greg.
Let's see, Tyler Owens. All right, back him off.
Yeah. Try to bunt on here. Get out of here.
Yeah. Oh, get out of here.
And the batter for Akron is, let's see here, Kafis.
CJ Kafis, he's one of the big kind of breakout prospects in the Cleveland system this year. Oh, Pennington with a single. So.
Was it Kyle Mazzaro came up with a big home run up last night? That guy who they got from the Tampa trade, that was a good trade for them.
Yeah,
I like the guy a lot. That's a good bat for Cleveland.
Yeah, and
they got him in. I think they got him in the Aaron. The
pitcher. What's his name?
Aaron or starts with the C.
Savale. Yeah.
Yeah, Savale deal. I believe that's what they deal. They got
Telly Savalas deal. Who loves you, baby?
Yeah, who loves you, baby?
Yep.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Our references are fresh and new. There it is, CJ. There you go. This is going to be a strike 3 right here to CJ Kafis, and the Erie SeaWolves have taken a 1-0 lead. Okay, one more pitch. It's going to be a strike 3.
Framir is 2 for 2 on the day, hit by a pitch.
Yeah, he has a triple, a single, hit by pitch, a run. He's in the playoffs. He's hitting 385 with a pair of triples.
Owens. Yeah, there we go.
Strike 3 called.
Yeah, there we go.
3-0. Erie victorious. Heading
one
back
hitter.
home.
Yeah, one hitter. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, debatable hit, but doesn't really matter. You shutout win. Outstanding victory for Erie.
Big win.
Gabe Alrose keeps doing it. I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
And right
That's
now
awesome.
the Tigers are in the bottom of the 5th, tied at 1. And Casey Mize looks like he's still in the game for the Tigers. So
you
far,
got a soft ground out from Kyle Isbell and then up to the top of the order now. So,
all right.
Nice.
So Thursday we'll be out there. I will be out there for Motor City Metrics podcast will probably be maybe just I don't know what's going on there yet. We'll see what
I don't know. I
happens
haven't
there.
heard from Mike lately. Could be Mike and you. Could be.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll
Either
see
way,
what happens.
you will see us out there for Thursday's game. Game 2 starter is Carlos Pena will take the hill. That's a 6:35 start. And thank you for tuning in. And thank you for sticking around. Thank you for the commentary, Joshua, Adam, our man, Elton earlier. Thank you for Old BK, everybody, Brandon.
Thank
you
you,
guys have
guys.
been fantastic.
Appreciate
Thank you for sticking around. We appreciate it. And everybody who watching us on Twitter, appreciate it. Michael Mayer, the mayor. Michael is the mayor of our chat. So thank you again for doing what you guys do. And Cacciatore with the double C's.
Yep, exactly. It gets me. Those words that get me.
Chicken Cacciatore. I like how he full circle there. Nicely done, Matt. He was talking. Remember, we were talking chicken tech.
Yeah, that's a great callback.
Yeah, nicely done. Yeah, look like Steve Jobs, by the way. You got the black shirt on. You got a black shirt on. Look like all Steve Jobs like that.
I do.
Yeah. Look at that.
Well, got to keep it dark.
Yeah, to keep it dark. So, we'll see you next time, guys. Have a good night, everybody. Keep it classy, and we will see you Thursday in Erie.